Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha. So during last some days, I tried to explain to you a very important truth which will be helpful to everybody in realizing the spiritual aim of life. I said that in our existence there is a combination of two elements. One which always changes, goes on changing. Another which never changes. To understand this, a very good example is given by the saints. They say that if you see towards your own existence over the past 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, whatever, say from the age of 5 or 10 till today, you will accept, you will admit that the body has changed. If you are given a photograph of your own body when you were at the age of 5 or 3, 5 or 6, you yourself will not be able to recognize that you are in the photograph. So, the body has changed, the senses have changed, capacity to smell, capacity to see, the mind has changed. The mind means thought process giving you alternatives. Should I do this or that, this or that? Then intellect has changed, means the factor in you which decides this is right like this. The intellect has changed. So these have changed. The body has changed, the senses have changed, mind has changed, the intellect. But have you changed? Are you not the same which you are seen in that body at that time at the age of 10 or 5? Are your senses not the same? They have changed, but are you not the same? When we say your senses or mind has changed, but you have not changed, you say, yes, I am the same. If you can recognize yourself at the age of 10, for example, in your photograph, you will say, yes, I remember, this is me. But the body has changed. And everything that is seen, that is observed, has changed. But if somebody asks you, all right, these have changed, but have you changed? Are you not the same? You will say, no, I am the same. Then what is that sameness? What is that which has not changed? You are yourself admitting, oh, I am the same. But your body, senses, your mind, your intellect, they are not the same. Now after 30, 40, 50, 70, whatever the age is. And you say, yes, I am the same. What is that same? They have changed. That's the question. Then the saints have said about it, and Bhagavad Gita, of course, because ultimately all saints interpret the words of the Lord, and also in the great work of Maharishi Patanjali Yoga Sutra, the same, in different manner. They say that whatever is observed changes. The body is observed, the senses, the mind, etc. But the observer never changes. The observer remains the same. The same observer was there when the age was 10 years or 5 years. The same observer when the age was 20 years, 40 years. But the observed, so the observed is changing. That is, according to chapter 13th of the Bhagavad Gita, the field and the knower of the field. The knower never changes. The known, the field changes. And you are the knower, you are the observer. And mistakenly, wrongly, in this life also, and in so many lives, you have considered yourself as the observed, that is body, senses, mind, etc. But you are not, they have changed and you have not changed. So, this is the crux of all spiritual training and experience. You are always a lion, but you are considering yourself a jackal. Considering? Who stops you? You are a lion. But you think I am a jackal. Okay. After self-realization, what happens is one comes to know what one always was and is and will remain. Because the observer is the same always. And we say, observer only, there is something to be observed. If there is nothing to be observed, then only observation. Only knowledge, Jnan, that is Atman, the spirit. So, this is the whole, that is the essence. And in that very chapter, that is chapter 13th, the Lord says that this differentiation between the observed and the observer is wisdom. This is wisdom. This knowledge, this wisdom has two stages. One, understanding it through mind and intellect. But then you should have the experience of what you are. So, the same thing. According to Maharishi Patanjali, he says, he gives the definition of yoga in the beginning. The first sutra is Ati Yoga Anushasanam. Now, the discipline of yoga, he is going to explain. And in the second sutra of the Patanjali Yoga Sutra, he says, Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha. Cessation of the modification of mind is yoga. When this every moment changing mind does not change, it stops changing, then it is yoga. And what happens then? He says then in the third sutra, Tada drashtu swarupe avasthanam. Then the observer is in himself. Otherwise, he is identifying or she is identifying something else. When there is no modification of the mind, then the observer is in him or herself, the observer. And if that does not happen, they have given there the 5 different stages of mind, chitta. Mood, kshipta, vikshipta, ekagra, and then niruddha. First is the mood, means there is not much activity in the mind, also not much thought process also. A man is unable to think very much. There are so many people of that type. Just they have something to eat and all right, and they fine, like that. Then kshipta, those who have many desires. Vikshipta, then there is a conflict between desires and the sense of performing duty. Conflict. The question of right and wrong arises. In the first mood and kshipta, there is no question of right and wrong. Everything is right, whatever satisfies them, to such people. So then that is there. And then comes they have translated the mood, I don't remember now what they have. Kshipta, vikshipta, scattered. Vikshipta is scattered mind. And then the fourth one is concentrated mind. So concentration is the main thing, very important thing. Concentration in the outside world also, concentration in the inside also. Outside also one is successful in the world as much as one has the capacity to concentrate mind on that particular object, focus there only. In schools and colleges also, we all have the experience. When there is concentration, we are able to understand and remember, like this. There may be the book before us for studying, and the mind is having that image of the girlfriend or boyfriend, nothing will happen. Let the book be there for 2 months, there. Result will be failure. Like that. Anyway, so concentration is the thing, key. After concentration, the last stage is niruddha. When it has stopped, and in that highest stage of concentration happens the first part of samadhi. Savij samadhi, and like that. Meditation, concentration, meditation, then samadhi. Like that. So, I have tried to explain this evolutionary process. The lesson we learn from all this is, let the observer not become or not identify oneself with the observed. That is the point. The more the identification is there, the more the bondage. And when identification stops completely, and the observer is in himself or herself fully independent of the identification with the observed, one is having salvation, freedom. And in that case, of course, there is no necessity of the partner also. One says to the partner, bye bye, it's enough. What to do with the partner? Then, or for so many things, self-control comes. One of the important things that is celibacy that develops. And so this is the essence. In meditation, many times I have explained, we observe what is happening inside. When it is not meditation, we observe the external world phenomena. In meditation, we withdraw from the external world, go inside, and then, as in the external world, we get identified with those things generally which are attractive to us. In the same way, when we want to see the inner world, then we have the experience of having cross current of so many thoughts. Thoughts and thoughts and thoughts. What to do for that? Several times I explained, don't quarrel with them. Don't try to quieten them. They come, they go, they can't stay for a long, they come, they go. So why to care for temporary things? Develop an indifferent attitude towards those thoughts. By indifferent attitude, they will start dwindling, they will start decreasing step by step. In the external world also, I gave the example several times. In your homes, you see the child is jumping on the sofa. You say, stop, he jumps more. But if you ignore, he sits after a few minutes. It's all right. Nobody is careful about it, and he gets tired. You see? So, this is one of the techniques. Like that, indifferent, becoming indifferent. The observer can never become indifferent to oneself, the true self. There is no possible. To become indifferent towards others means being nearer to your own real existence. Calmness, peace means being your own self. So this is all a quarrel, this is all a fight between being and becoming, being and becoming. So it is not very difficult also, only...
What do you mean being and becoming?
Hmm?
What do you mean by being?
Becoming means, being means self. Becoming means professor, engineer, beautiful, ugly, rich. This is becoming. Anything becoming. So, being is in peace. Becoming. But I don't mean that you stop working those things or you stop that part which has been given to you in the world. If you are teaching in the university and you are silent and the students ask, sir, say, they will say, get out. Or the vice chancellor would say, please go out. Or the engineer making some bridge or something. Or he used it. In the world we work, but with wisdom. This is all all roles that we are having, they are temporary. One person once, because I was in the field of law, many years ago, a person came to me. That judge came to me with his wife. The wife, in privacy, told me, I have only one problem. I said, what is that? My husband is judge, is fine, social status and all those facilities, but my husband remains judge all 24 hours. When he comes to the house after the time of the court, even then he is judge. A judge is naturally supposed to be quite serious, sober. He has to deliver judgments, and those disputes are to be decided among parties. They come there. But she said, he is 24 hours judge. He is behaving with the children also like, that is the only problem. So like that. These are changing roles. Have the role of the judge in the court. When you are with the children, have the role of the father. When you are with a friend, have the role of a friend. These are different roles. Play them. Don't get identified with some particular role permanently. Permanently you are the Atman. Fully like that. So, somebody has said that if the question is asked, What is most important in the whole field of spirituality, that most important word would be detachment. And detachment does not mean becoming careless, not caring for those towards whom we should. It is the inner thing, detachment. Yeah, and performing duty. Anyway, so something I tried to explain again. For doing all this, one will not be successful simply by one's own energy. Then one has to evoke the supreme infinite power God. Oh God, oh Lord, help me. Oh Guru, help me. Guru is a representative of the Lord only. Because with Guru, a person comes in contact direct. Therefore, Guru is a window. The real thing is sky. But you can't see the sky without the window also. That's the thing. Like that. So, oh Guru, oh God, help me. The real Guru is always God. Like that.